Hello and welcome to another episode of today's 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢. I am Pooja Devedi, and in this segment we bring to you objective questions on a daily basis to help you crack prelims. So let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. Consider the following statements. Jim Corbett National Park was set up in 1936 as Asia's first national park and was called 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 National Park. It is proposed to change its name as Ramganga National Park, named after the river that flows through it. We have to select the correct statement. Both these statements are correct. So the correct answer is option C. Recently, the Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change proposed to change the name of Corbett National Park to Ramganga National Park. Jim Corbett National Park was set up in 1936 as Asia's first national park and was called 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 National Park. Moving on, consider the following statements. Nobel Prize is a prestigious prize awarded in the field of physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature and peace only. The invention of dynamite was done by Alfred Nobel, and Nobel Prizes are not awarded posthumously. We have to select the correct answer. Nobel Prize are not awarded posthumously. That means if a person is recognized for some work, the award will not be given after the death of the person. So, third is incorrect. Second is correct. The dynamite was invented by Alfred Nobel, and the Nobel Prizes are given in the field of peace, medicine or physiology, physics, chemistry, literature and also science, economic science. Okay. So the correct answer should be 2 and 3 because Nobel Prizes are not awarded posthumously and the invention of dynamite was done by Alfred Nobel. 2 and 3, that is option C. The Nobel Prize is a prestigious prize awarded separately in 6 different fields: physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, peace and economic sciences. The invention of dynamite was done by Alfred Nobel and Nobel Prizes are not awarded posthumously. Moving on, consider the following statements. The Tata Group started Air India in 1932, but the government nationalized it in 1947 when India got its independence, and Air India is the largest international carrier of India. Selecting the correct answer. First is incorrect because it was nationalized in the year 1953. Although the government did take 49% of the stakes of Air India in 1947. And second is definitely correct. Air India is the largest international carrier of India. Option B is correct. Okay. Recently, Tata Sons placed a winning bid of rupees 18,000 crore, regaining control of Air India by taking over 100% of the government's stake in the national carrier. The Tata Group started Air India in 1932. The government bought 49% in Air India in 1947 and in 1953 it was nationalized. Moving on, Air India is the largest international carrier of India. Consider the following statements regarding the sovereign credit rating. It assesses the political risks associated with investing in the debt of a particular country. Obtaining a sovereign credit rating facilitates ease in issuing bonds in external debt markets. So we have to select the incorrect statement. Actually, both these statements are correct. The correct answer should be option D, neither 1 nor 2. Ratings agency Moody's has changed India's sovereign rating outlook to stable from negative and affirmed that country's rating at Baa3. Sovereign credit rating can give investors insights into the level of risks associated with investing in the debt of a particular country, including any political risks. In addition to issuing bonds in external debt market, another common motivation for countries to obtain a sovereign credit rating is to attract FDIs. Because better the rating, better would be the investments from foreign entities. Consider the following statements regarding PalkBay scheme. It was launched as a part of the umbrella Blue Revolution scheme in 2017. It is a Tamil Nadu specific central sponsored scheme. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. The correct answer is option C. The union government is considering increasing the unit cost of deep sea fishing vessels from rupees 80 lakh to rupees 1.3 crore under the PalkBay scheme to make it more attractive to fisher folk. It is a Tamil Nadu specific scheme aimed at providing 2,000 vessels in 3 years to fishermen of the state and motivating them to abandon bottom trawling. It was launched as part of the umbrella Blue Revolution scheme. Moving on. Which of the following report is or are released by the World Bank? Human Capital Index, World Development Report, Global Risks Report. We have to select the correct statement. Human Capital Index, and World Development Report are released by the World Bank. But Global Risks Report is released by World Economic Forum. Okay? So, third is not correct. First and second are correct. A is the correct option. According to the World Bank, India's economy, South Asia's largest, is expected to grow by 8.3% in the fiscal year 21-22. Major reports released by the World Bank are Human Capital Index and World Development Report. Global Risks Report is released by World Economic Forum. Consider the following statements with respect to Indian Space Association. Its founding members include Larsen & Toubro, Nelco, OneWeb, Bharti Airtel, MapMyIndia, Walchand Nagar Industries and Anand Technology Limited, and also ISRO. It will undertake policy advocacy and engage with all stakeholders in the Indian space domain, including the government and its agencies. We have to select the correct statement. First statement is incorrect because every other mentioned institute, organization is there but not ISRO. ISRO is out of the picture over here in the Indian Space Agency. This is incorrect. Second is correct. Okay, so the correct answer is option B2 only. Today, the Prime Minister of India launched Indian Space Association through video conferencing. ISPA is the premier industry association of space and satellite companies which aspires to be the collective voice of the Indian space industry. It will undertake policy advocacy and engage with all stakeholders in the Indian space domain, including the government and its agencies. ISPA is represented by leading homegrown and global corporations with advanced capabilities in space and satellite technologies. Moving on, its founding members include Larsen & Toubro, Nelco, OneWeb, Bharti Airtel, MapMyIndia, Walchand Nagar Industries and Anand Technology Limited. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to the PM Gati Shakti scheme. It will provide the framework for the National Infrastructure Pipeline Program. The scheme will help the country's local manufacturers turn globally competitive. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. The correct answer is option C. Prime Minister will launch the first ever National Infrastructure Master Plan, Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti, on Wednesday. The Gati Shakti Master Plan will provide the framework for the National Infrastructure Pipeline Program and is aimed at making Indian products more competitive by cutting down the logistics cost and improving the supply chains. Moving on, Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti scheme is aimed at giving a foundation for holistic infrastructure and an integrated pathway to the economy. It will help the country's local manufacturers globally competitive. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to the Chushul Valley. The Chushul subsector lies north of the Pangong Tso in eastern Ladakh. Black Top and Helmet Top are part of Chushul. We have to select the incorrect statement. Black Top and Helmet Top are, yes, part of Chushul. So, second becomes correct. But we have to select the incorrect one, right? So, second goes eliminated. And the first is incorrect because Chushul subsector lies south of Pangong Tso, not north. So, the correct answer should be option A, one only. The 13th round of India-China Course Commander level meeting was held at Chushul-Moldo border meeting point on 10th October 2021. During the meeting, the discussion between the two sides focused on resolution of the remaining issues along the LAC in eastern Ladakh. The Chushul subsector lies south of the Pangong Tso in eastern Ladakh. If you want to know more about it, I have done an in-news today, so you can go and watch. Okay, let's move forward. It comprises high broken mountains and heights of Thartung, Black Top, Helmet Top, Gurung Hill, Magir Hill, besides passes such as Rezangla, Rekhinla, Spangur Gap and the Chushul Valley. Situated at a height of over 13,000 feet close to the LAC, Chushul Valley has a vital airstrip that played an important role even during the 1962 war. Consider the following statements with respect to the Rooppur nuclear power plant. Rooppur 2 is the first nuclear power plant of Bangladesh. It is being developed with the technological and financial help from India. We have to select the correct statement. Okay, so Rooppur 2 is actually the second nuclear power plant and Rooppur first is the first nuclear power plant and it is not being developed with the help from India but Russia. So, if we have to select the correct statement, none of them are correct. The correct answer is option D. Opening the installation work of the reactor pressure vessel at the Rooppur nuclear power plant on Sunday, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said that another power plant will be set up after the completion of the existing one, for which the government is looking for a suitable space. The government of Bangladesh is planning to set up its second nuclear power plant in the southern region of the country. Rooppur is the first nuclear power plant of Bangladesh being built with financial and technological support from Russia. So here, don't get confused at all. Rooppur first is the first one, Rooppur second is the second, but the first one to be built with the help from Russia. Keep that in mind. Okay? And the 2400 megawatt Rooppur nuclear power plant is expected to become functional by 2024. Moving on. Consider the following statements with respect to the retreating southwest monsoon. The weather in the retreating monsoon is dry in North India, but it is associated with rain in the eastern part of the peninsula. The widespread rain in this season is associated with the passage of the cyclonic depressions, which originate over the Andaman Sea and manage to cross the eastern coast of the southern peninsula. We have to select the correct statement. Both these statements are correct. The correct answer, option C. The withdrawal of the southwest monsoon continues from the northwestern regions of India according to the latest bulletin of the Indian Meteorological Department. Furthermore, a cyclonic circulation lies over the North Andaman Sea and its neighborhood, and another one lies over the East Central Arabian Sea. Retreating southwest monsoon is marked by clear skies and rising temperature. The land is still moist. Owing to its condition of higher temperature and humidity, the weather becomes rather oppressive. This is commonly known as October heat. The weather in the retreating monsoon is dry in north, but is associated with rain in the eastern part of the peninsula, and October and November are the rainiest month of the year there. The widespread rain is in the season associated with the passage of cyclonic depressions, which originate over the Andaman Sea, and they of course manage to cross to the eastern coast of the southern peninsula. These tropical cyclones are very destructive. Moving on to the practice question of the next segment. Which of the following is or are objectives of disinvestment in India? Reducing the fiscal burden on the exchequer, encouraging private ownership, and maintaining and promoting competition in the market. We have to select the correct answer. Okay, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.